Hi everyone, this is Patty and I'm here today with a design team project for Meg's Garden. I'm using the new French Garden collection. Now this comes in 12 by 12 sheets with the additional 4 by 12 strip that you get when you purchase paper from Meg's Garden, or it comes in a book kit which comes like this, and you cut the pages out. You can either bind them or hand stitch them like I did my Sherlock books. Now I've used a combination of both the 12 by 12s and some papers from the book kit to make my hardbound album today. This is made with chipboard covered with white cardstock. It is 8 by 8 with a 3-inch spine. I hated to cover up this gorgeous, gorgeous paper, so what I ended up doing was I took a crochet piece that my friend Bunny Bow had given me, and I added on top of it some flowers from Meg's and some of this, the pearl loops, a metal butterfly, and also these little, not sure what these flowers are called. These little white flowers with the yellow centers. And then the only other thing I did was I added some butterflies that I had. These are actually from the Piece by Piece, and this had cracked a little bit. My paper had cracked a little bit, so I not only wanted to cover that up, but I wanted to reinforce this part of the spine. So I used Beacon's Fabri-Tac on this. I also added a little dragonfly up here at the top with just a pearl and left the back plain, which is just gorgeous. I don't usually do white as my background because I have a hard time staying and keeping it clean as I'm working the whole way through, but I must tell you, I love, love, love the look of the white with these papers. The first one I cut out, fussy cut this chair, and I added some layers of Mod Podge on it and backed it with the pink, and then I put glitter. This is stickles on some of the flowers here. Now I did make some mats to go behind it. This is a cut apart from the paper backed with the pink, just a black sheet. And then this one I used my Cricut with elegant edges for all of the mats like this, and all the ones that are shown in the pockets here. This is just a round 2¼ inch circle that I cut out of the paper and put some stickles on it as well. And then it slides in, and I left it so that this front part was loose so that it would pop above the chair, and then these just pop back behind. But I love this when you can fussy cut something out and leave it for a pocket. It makes a great focal point in your book. Now this is the hinge. You've seen this, and I have a tutorial on it on my personal YouTube channel where you just have the hinges and attach the page on the front and the back. I did a belly band with some lace I had in my stash to put another mat in with a butterfly on it and a black mat. This is flowers from Meg's Garden. This is some pearl trim from Saw Crafters and a doily from Meg's that I just cut in half and backed with some pink. This creates a stopper so that when you put your mat in, it will slide underneath here and it won't fall out of your book. And it's a pretty decorative element as well. This is a cut apart from the paper, and like I said, I just used some lace that I had with the pink, coordinated pink. This is American Crafts cardstock, this pink that I used. It's also what I used to cover the book, and I did even coat it with a couple layers of Mod Podge, and I still had some cracking. So I may not be using that for book covers from now on. All of the mats that go in the side pocket here are just plain. They're plain white, and they will hold a huge photo. Let's see what we could get on here. This is 6½ inches across, so you can easily have a 6-inch photo by up here is 6 inches. So 5.5 by 6 or 6 by 6 if you run it all the way to the edge. And like I said, each one of these pages, I left it open on the end so it holds the mat inside. You could even put 2 mats in if you wanted to. On the next page, I took this little lace frame that I had, cut a piece of cardstock, this pink cardstock, and that really, it's pretty, but it's a placement, so when you put the photo in there, you'll know about how big that photo can be to go in there. This is a flower from Meg's, and now the acetate butterfly, these come on a sheet like this, and they are called more butterflies, I guess is what it is. It's TR004 is the item number on that. And I just cut the butterflies out, and then I cut just a little strip of the acetate and glued it behind the butterfly, and it goes underneath this pink flower. Now when the book closes, it doesn't hurt it at all because it doesn't smash it, and yet when it opens, it looks like your butterfly is flying in the wind. I love, love, love that look. Here I just had this strip of this paper, but I just loved it because it coordinated so well. It was the rest of this sheet. So I just took, this is a strip from Meg's, and this is a paper strip doily that she carries. So I just put those to extend it over, left a pocket here with a big mat that goes in underneath. I did take glossy accents to the butterflies here. Let me see if I can get it. I'm having trouble with my lighting today, and I don't understand why. It's bright sunlight out. Maybe I'll open these curtains just a tad more. See if we get a little bit. Don't want to get too much though, or then I get a glare. Now let's see if I can get that. I don't know if you can still see them. In the still photos you will, but they're all glossy accents with some glitter on it. On this page I cut out, fussy cut around all of the flowers, and I extended them across so that they came and tied the 2 pages together by just gluing them down. Now this one, your pocket comes from underneath and up into it, and this I found in my stash of things I had cut that I hadn't used from a die cut. And then there's another little booklet underneath here. And like I said, these just go in from the bottom, basically because that was the larger part of my opening, and I didn't want to leave it any more open on the top. And then this just slides underneath there. All of the corners, I've used the cloud corner chomper. I like the way that the cloud corner chomper looks on the edges. It just gives it a little bit more, you know, so that's something if you have any kind of decorative punch that you might want to use. Now on this page, I fussy cut this out, and then I have a mat behind again. I took a piece of acetate that's just packaging acetate from one of my packages of embellishments, and I put that back behind. And actually I ran this whole thing, after I fussy cut it through out, I ran it through my Xyron machine, which is Xyron, when you run it through, it makes like a sticker, so the whole back was sticky, and that worked great. Then I could attach my acetate and attach it to my book, and it's really secure. And again, I just put the little pink in here, so whoever gets the book, it's a place card to know how big to make your picture. Now up here, I took the Adore, and I just scored it here on the edge, and then it folds back. You can jot a note here, journal a little bit, or put a picture underneath, and it just tucks underneath the photos here. Now on the next page, I took the die cut from Meg's Garden, and I used silks. I think it's grapefruit silk, and I believe I used some glaze. What was it? Matte medium. I put in with it because it had gotten kind of thick to kind of loosen it up. And I painted the whole thing with that. And then on the tops of the flowers, I put some glossy accents. And then this is Martha Stewart tinsel glitter that I've had for several years. I got it after Christmas one year. But it was just the perfect color, and it's beautiful the way it twinkles. On this side, again, I fussy cut around the bird cage to make my pocket, added this cut apart, and then my mats just slip in behind the pocket here. And I did use Mod Podge on it, Collage Podge for my leans. I just find that anytime you're going to be fussy cutting something this way, if you put just a layer of the Mod Podge on the back of it, it makes it a lot sturdier. Here's a little, just a little book that I made to tuck in. This is from the paper line, and then some of my tea-dye seam binding. And it just sticks underneath here. Get it in there. There we go, like that. And the next page, now I did this one a little bit different. This is a waterfall, and instead of using 1/2 inch between them all, I used 1/4 inch. So I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spots here. Actually 24, because you can have a picture on the back. So you have 24 spots. Because of not having enough paper, I didn't mat all the backs and I just let them plain. Now this will take just shy of a 4x6 photo. And then I just put the silk ribbon around it and tied it in a bow. And I thought that looked great. Beautiful colors here. I didn't put anything on this because I just couldn't cover this paper up. I mean, it is just gorgeous. I did put the glossy accents and the glitter tinsel in there again. And then on this one I took, this is a Kaiser Craft bird cage, and I did it again with this grapefruit colored silk acrylic glaze is what that is. I put some pearl bling on it for the hanger and down here, and then a decorative mat. This is the Martha Stewart French scroll corner punch here. And then some just little mats from the paper collection tucked back in there. On this one, I matted my paper or my page with this gorgeous paper, and then I cut out again over the top, and I put it so that this creates a pocket, but it's the same design. So I just love, get that up so you can see it. Just love how that looks like that. And then on this side, I have this beautiful flower from Meg's that I hadn't used it. I don't remember. Organza lace flower with the diamondente, the little diamond in the middle with the leaves and everything. And so that creates my pocket on the bottom. And then it just slides in that way. Love how that looks. And then again, I have some tags that I have cut from the paper to just stick in here. There we go. And then on the last page, this is one of the doilies from Meg's, another one of 2 of the butterflies here that I just glued in the middle and popped up. This is some of her green ribbon. You can buy Temptations, and they come in pink and green and blue, and it's an assortment of ribbons and bling and whatever that will match the project here. I have the pink and the green one. And then I just have a mat that I cut. I put a couple pearls here and the bow with the butterfly. These acetate butterflies are gorgeous. On the back page, I just cut out behind the bird bath, backed the birds with white. Fussy cut a lot of the little flowers out to tuck back behind them. And then I have 2 little booklets that go in. This is from Meg's, the lace and the green. And I just use that corner punch again on it. It will hold 4 photos, and you can slide one underneath the band here, and it just slips back behind. And then the other one is paper from the collection and a little cut apart mat from the collection. And it slides underneath here like that. So that's my book. Here's the back of it. I hope you like it. I had a lot of fun making this. I just love, even though I had a hard time keeping the white clean because I'm kind of a messy Marvin when I'm crafting, I love the look of the white. I just think it's a very elegant looking book. So thank you very much. I will leave links to the store and all of the supplies I have used down in the About section if you just expand it. If you aren't a subscriber, I hope you become one today. Comments are most welcome, always appreciated. And if you like the book, hit the like button. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye now.